So
Thanks.
today I want to actually share just part of an article I saw recently on migraine.com by Carrie Smyers. I'll link here if anyone wants to read the full article. But basically, it's called Micro Gratitude in Difficult Times, and Carrie is talking about um, her experience over the last year or so of missing holidays and having trouble with gratitude around this time in which we are all talking about family get-togethers and things that maybe we have to miss out on. So she started to think about something that she calls micro gratitude, and I'll read a couple paragraphs from that. What is micro gratitude? I focus my gratitude on the small things. Call it micro gratitude, if you will. Narrowing my focus helps me see the good in everyday life and also redirects my focus from the big things I'm missing out on. What am I grateful for? Here are some of the things that have made my gratitude list recently. And she lists her Brita picture, which is new, and she lists discovering authors she likes, super soft pajamas, which I'm all down for, and tasty frozen food for those days where you can't cook. So I thought it would be a nice exercise for us tonight to write about micro gratitudes we might have um, in our lives. And so with that, I want us to jump right in and get writing. So we're going to go for about 10 minutes. I'll give a warning when we're 1 minute away so people can wrap up a thought and then we can discuss. Debbie, I'm assuming you can hear us now. Awesome. So feel free to mute or turn off your screen if you want a little privacy, and we'll see you all in 10. We have a minute left. And I'm going to wrap up, but remind people that 10 minutes is a great start, but if you feel like you need more time, please continue on your own, and know that writing's always here for you. But I'd love to hear what people came up with, if anything surprised them, or if it took them in a place that they expected, or any other observations of what came up. Actually, I'm gonna share, because this took me in a place I did not expect at all. Um, I was looking up in my room, and I framed a letter that my grandma had sent me before I went to college, so like a long time ago. And she passed away a few years ago. And I wrote, I'm grateful for all the letters that I saved from her. But it just took me on this whole journey of like my relationship with her, and how I feel it continues to this day. And that was really cool. So I did not expect that at all.
And I didn't expect, but although I'm not really surprised, that a number of my grateful, whatever the appropriate verbiage is, revolve around my daughter. For her warm smile and laugh when she enters the house. I think just, thinking of her, she, it's 2 hours away, so it's not like she's the other side of the country, but don't get to see her very much. So when she's coming home for the holidays, I'm like anticipating, seeing her beaming face and, giving her that warm hug. So, I mean, I know my son-in-law isn't, he's there too, but I have to admit she's more the priority.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And that we get to have, a chance to laugh, love, and make memories.
That's awesome.
I didn't really list, I'm sorry, things that I was thankful for, but I more was just contemplating on kind of micro gratitude versus like big things to be grateful for. And that for me, like, I think there's really equal value even in just the simple things. And I was thinking or writing that the big things are great, but like they're complicated. So with the gratitude are all these other emotions and thoughts that go with it. But like just a simple thing, like I saw a butterfly on my walk today and stopped and was just like, oh, that's so wonderful. I'm so thankful I got to see that. Like that's just pure and simple, and there's no complication. So it, it has as much power in some ways as the big stuff.
I love that. That I guess is what makes these small things even more powerful sometimes. Debbie, you were going to speak too?
Yeah, I was, going through my list here, and I guess a lot of them do seem like big things. But one thing that really brought an instant, I actually had a migraine today, and I'm slowly getting over it, but I wrote, nothing has to be done today, but I did get one important thing done. And that, when I wrote that, I thought that really made me feel good, because I don't know about the rest of you, but I've had chronic migraine where I've had 25 days in a month down. And so I know what it feels like to absolutely even be bedridden and just not be able to get one thing done. And I thought that really made me smile. I did get one thing done.
Yeah, it's just sometimes that even just taking that shower, it's like I took a shower.
Yeah, yeah.
Sally.
Okay, so I looked at it about myself, and I have rheumatoid arthritis. So I'm thankful that I can get up every day, that I can walk, that I mean, they seem like natural things that people do, but for somebody with arthritis or a headache or migraines, may not be able to do. But I am grateful that I can walk, that I can dress myself, that I could drive. I even have problems with my eyes. I get grateful over the fact that I could see with the one eye that I can see out of.
Yeah.
And that is small, but it's my whole world.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful that I have a husband who helps me, but allows me to not become dependent upon him. So for all the things that he does, and for the ability of me not to become dependent, that
Yeah.
I'm so grateful
Yeah.
for. But
Yeah.
I'm also grateful that because of the situation I'm in, I'm able to help others.
Mm.
So I've helped to mentor children. I help to I work with a group of Holocaust survivors. Help to work with a group of Holocaust survivors. So I'm happy and grateful that I'm okay enough, well enough.
Yeah.
My mind is well, my physically well enough to do those things. And they're not quite tangible, but those are things that every day I put a smile on my face because I get up and I get up and the world is here. And we all have to be grateful that we can get up every day too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Jim.
Yeah, I put down some similar things that I'm grateful that what Sally did is that I'm grateful that my migraines and chronic pain issues are not more serious or life-threatening,
Right.
and that I'm able to bring joy into my life by helping others, and the ability to just take care of myself and have good cognitive functions for my age.
Mhm.
It's great. True.
How about having enough spoons left? You know, the spoon theory, having enough spoons left to enjoy the day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because often I run short by like mid-afternoon. I'm doomed.
No. Well, thanks for doing this at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's. Oh, Tom, were you trying to say something? You're muted. Oh, there you go.
I won't take a lot of time. I thought about micro gratitude, that word which I've never heard before. I've heard gratitude, but micro gratitude, like a microcosm. And I thought about the small things in life that give me a lot of satisfaction, like having a warm house, a reliable car, and a caring employer that gives me security because my employer only requires me to be in the office 1 day a week. I work from home. I'm 73 and I need the job, but they only have to win 1 day a week, which is good. And the other thing I feel blessed, and it's gratitude that I feel, is many events I've done this year. Miles from Migraine Philly. I saw Kelly, the rainy day in Philadelphia, and we did Retreat Migraine in April, I guess it was. And we did Headache on the Hill and Husker Busters. And one thing that still stands out, when I was at Retreat Migraine, I made friends with some woman who lives in another state, and we chatted and exchanged text messages. And I was in the hospital in May. She texted me and I said, "Hey, I'm in the hospital." And she goes, "Give me your address." And I got this beautiful get well card that was just so beautiful from a relative stranger a month before. And I saved it because, like, here's someone who thought enough that says, "Hey, Tom's not feeling so good. I saw him a month ago. I'm going to send him a card." And I thought that was just one of those things that makes your day. But I'm well now. I survived pneumonia in 9 days, but it was just a little thing like that where somebody got a stamp and filled out a card and stuck it in a mailbox, which, let's face it, a lot of people, younger people, don't have stamps. They don't write things. They don't I talked to two young coworkers yesterday. They don't own a radio. They don't do television. Everything's streamed, and it's like a different world. So thank you for giving me the time.
I love that. I think, but I was also at Retreat Migraine, and there are 3 people there that we're constantly in touch with each other, making sure we're okay. And it's so powerful to have that.
I just thought of another gratitude that I just realized I'm grateful that there are support groups like this to support people like us
Yeah.
and people that are giving, that are out there to help people.
That's so true, Jim. When I heard about this, because my worst period was about 10 years ago and this didn't exist. When I heard about this, I was like, oh my goodness, I would have been on this all the time. It would have been exactly what I needed. So it's great to like have a part in it. But yeah, that's a good point. That's making me a little teary. It doesn't take much to make me teary though. So I know it's time, but we did start a few minutes late. If anyone has to hop off, that's fine, but I want to give people a chance to talk if they haven't yet and they'd like to. I'll take that as everyone who wants to share has. Oh,
Lisa, any word on the book?
we're just editing it right now.
Cool.
So
Does everybody know about the book? Okay,
Not that I
we have
remember.
some people shaking their head no. You want to share about the book?
so we had calls for entries. They're now closed, but it was for writing or art on migraine or your headache disease if it's not migraine. And we're going to compile it into a physical book. And right now we're editing. If you've submitted and you haven't heard from us yet, we just haven't gotten to your piece yet. So you will hear from us soon. We don't have a specific date yet. We're going on migraine time, which you all know how that
I
works.
like that. I'm going on migraine time.
Yeah, we're
I'm
going
gonna
on
use
migraine
that.
time. But our editing team is all participating and working on it. And there's some really beautiful pieces in there. So I think it'll be a really great book when it's out. Thank you for mentioning that, Kelly.
Oh, sure. I'm happy
About-
to want people to know it's available, and you'll let us know when it's ready to hit the market, right?
Oh, we will be screaming from the roofs.
Okay, good.
You will not miss it.
Good.
About
That's what I
how
want to
many
hear.
submissions did you get?
60?
Wow.
Yeah, a good number.
Wow.
I don't remember the exact number. Numbers are not my strong point. I did say let's not stop until we get at least 50, and then we overshot, which is better, because there's no page limit, so we can make it as long as we want. And some of those submissions are multiples, like a person submitted like a piece of writing and a piece of art. So I'm excited for it. I think it'll be great.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Good. Great. Anybody have anything else they'd like to add? Everybody is really quiet. Everybody's okay.
Only to wish everybody a wonderful and meaningful Thanksgiving.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Jim. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, same to you.
And I apologize for the delay in getting verified by Zoom.
That's okay. It's just one of those things, technology always has something like that.
And I started, I was ready at 7:15. I'm like, okay. But anyway, so thank you, everybody.
Yeah, well, if it's any consolation, I just right before this, I did my ACPA chronic pain support group, and I couldn't, because it's the Zoom is provided by the city that I live in, and they changed the password and stuff. I had to host a meeting that had no host,
Oh gosh.
which was an interesting experience. So you're not alone for the
Okay,
same
good. I'm glad I have
verification
company.
stuff.
It's always nice to have company.
Yeah, so I understand.
Right, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Turkey Day, everybody.
Happy
Yes.
Thanks so much.
Thanksgiving.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Lisa.
Lisa.
Enjoy your holiday.
You too,
Yes.
Thank you,
Sean.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Uh-huh.
All right. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.